ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तन्न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः। Okay, from the third mantra onwards. यो मामजबनादिं च
यो मामजमनादिं च
वेत्ति लोकमहेश्वरम्
वेत्ति लोकमहेश्वरम्
असम्मूढः समर्थ्येषु
असम्मूढः समर्थ्येषु
सर्वपापैः प्रमुच्यते।
सर्वपापैः प्रमुच्यते।
बुद्धिर्ज्ञानमसम्मोहः
बुद्धिर्ज्ञानमसम्मोहः
क्षमा सत्यं दमः शमः
क्षमा सत्यं दमः शमः
सुखं दुःखं भवो भावः
सुखं दुःखं भवो भावः
भयं चाभयमेव च
भयं च भयमेव च
अहिंसा समता तुष्टिः
अहिंसा समता तुष्टिः
तपोदानं यशो यशः
तपोदानं यशो यशः
भवन्ति भावा भूतानां
भवन्ति भावा भूतानां
मत्त एव पृथग्विदाः
मत्त एव पृथग्विधाः
महर्षयः सप्त पूर्वे
महर्षयः सप्त पूर्वे
चत्वारो मनवस्तथा
चत्वारो मनवस्तथा
मद्भावा मानसा जाताः
मद्भावा मानसा जाताः
येषां लोक इमाः प्रजाः
येषां लोक इमाः प्रजाः
एतां विभूतिं योगञ्च
एतां विभूतिं योगं च
मम यो वेत्ति तत्त्वतः
मम यो वेत्ति तत्त्वतः
सोऽविकम्पेन योगेन
सोऽविकम्पेन योगेन
युज्यते नात्र संशयः।
युज्यते नात्र संशयः।
अहं सर्वस्य प्रभवः
अहं सर्वस्य प्रभवः
मत्तः सर्वं प्रवर्तते।
मत्तः सर्वं प्रवर्तते
इति मत्वा भजन्ते माम्
इति मत्वा भजन्ते माम्
बुधा भावसमन्विताः।
बुधा भावसमन्विताः
मच्चित्ता मद्गतप्राणाः
मच्चित्ता मद्गतप्राणाः
बोधयन्तः परस्परम्
बोधयन्तः परस्परम्
कथयन्तश्च माम् नित्यम्
कथयन्तश्च माम् नित्यम्
तुष्यन्ति च रमन्ति च।
तुष्यन्ति च रमन्ति च।
So last class we looked at shloka number 8. Aham sarvasya prabhavaha, and continuing Krishna continuing to talk about that arupa Ishvaraha or even aneka rupa Ishvaraha, Ishvara bhaktaha, who look at Bhagavan as Virat Rupa Ishvaraha. Virat. But I don't need an introduction now. I am very clear that Bhagavan is manifest as this world. So this world is sacred for me because it is all Bhagavan. There is no need for me to put down anything or anybody or judge anything or anybody. Uh, I have to condemn acts that are not dharmic, no doubt, but condemnation is not same as judgment. All these things I'm very clear. That's what this bhakta says. And because of the vision, what kind of vision? We are going to look at it again. Number 9. Machitta madgata pranaha bodhayantah parasparam. Machitta. These people's are mind are in me. Machitta. Their minds are in me. Means what? If my mind is in Bhagavan, that means my mind is not there in my food. I'm supposed to concentrate. My parents used to tell me, when you're eating food, don't talk, don't think of something else. All these things they used to say. So here he's saying, Machitta, always think of me. That means I'll choke when I'm having food or drinking water. So now drinking water means water is not separate from God, my dear friend. And so everything, Mithya is Satyam. Satyam is not Mithya. So for us, there is no problem. So like what? Like like anybody, like the businessman, successful businessman, that person can play with family, children, everything, but he is not losing sight of business. Clear, it's always there in the mind. What to do, what not to do. Any problems arise, he gets a phone call. Then okay, yeah, we have to do what we have to do. Economy is tanking. They use all these words in the US. Tanking means going south like this. What should we do? Okay, let's have a meeting. Let's talk to all the cabinet ministers and see what we have to do next. Pandemic. I see. What is pandemic? Pandemic means virus. What is virus? What virus? Special virus? Yeah. Okay. Let's do what needs to be done. So everything is there. Person is normal. If externally he looks normal, so all of us. Here everything is clear. What is to be done? Priorities are very clear. Like the mother who has a child in the hands and or child who has gone away also. Doesn't matter. Motherhood is always there. Behind everything she does, she's doing a lot of work, lots of work. But motherhood is there. The template is the back. It's all there. It's always there. Never lost sight of. And That is Machitta, one who knows that. One who knows that I'm no longer Paroksha. I am Aparoksha. Bhagavan is there right here. So, where is the question of me being away from Bhagavan and things like that? Okay, that is Achittaha. Madgata Pranaha. Pranaha can be interpreted as sense organs, Panchapranaha. All, everything is dedicated to Bhagavan. When I get up in the morning and I am able to get up and say, yeah, I'm okay. My hands are all working. Check it out. Fingers are all okay. Yeah, it's working. It's working. Lift the hands. Yeah, left, right. Yeah, everything's working. What about legs? Yeah, it's working. Not bad. I've got one more day to live. What about eyes? Eyes are also reasonably okay. They can see stuff. Everything is Madgata Pranaha. Great. I've got one more day to live. I'm going to use this day properly. Let's start my day. At least the starting, let it start properly. Ending, how it's going to end, we don't know. But let it start properly. Great. Let me get up. Start with a prayer. And then Madgata Pranaha. I surrender all my pranas to Ishvara. Or prana means life itself. My entire life is now led by the right vision. That sarvam khalu idam brahma. I'm no longer deluded. Okay? That kind of life. Madgata pranaha. Mat means to me. Krishna is referring to himself as Paramatma, not as Krishna avatar. You worship me, and if you worship Shiva, I'll be jealous of you. Not that kind of. That is Eka Rupa Bhakti. Now we are talking about Virat Rupa Bhakti. And so, Bodhayantah Parasparam. Very interesting. Very interesting. Now he is talking about Parasparam. In life is all Parasparam only. Interactions. Constantly interact. And they say human being is gregarious also. Gregarious means likes to be in company of others. And without that, the human being is nobody. Okay. So there, what do you talk about? Two people meet. So many things to talk about. Career, life, this, that. We went to Europe, we went here, we went there. And so great it was. You also should go there sometime. I'll give you which telephone number, what travel agency, this, that. Yeah, okay, fine. Keep all that. That's all fine. But beyond a point, you stop all that. No more gossiping and this and that. And talk about this Sanatana Dharma, Brahma Vidya, our culture. Fascinating. Every aspect of it that is fascinating. Bodhayantaha and Mam Bodhayantaha. Talking about me. Me means the entire culture is all me. Everything that's happening is me. Like that. That vision. Turn towards me, he says. And then Kathayantascha. Kathayantaha is interesting. Means teaching about it. There, Parasparam, there is no teaching per se. Just talking about. Talking about, Swamiji is visited here. There was programs going on. What are you studying? We are in the seventh chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. You're okay. You've been studying for some. That's amazing. Children are chanting this. What is the next thing you're going to teach children? Kathayantaha. How can I be a teacher? I'm only now studying Bhagavad Gita. No. Who said you have to be a guru to teach? You can teach children. Anybody can teach children. Shlokas can be taught. Gather a few children and start learning to chant at least. Gather a few friends, start learning to chant. Lalita Sahasranamam we do. Go to the next step. Go to the next step. So, texts which talk about Brahma Vidya, Shankaracharya's texts, Ramana Maharshi's texts. There is an infinite number of stuff we can do. Start chanting. And somebody called me here. And so I don't know if I told you. So I said, let's start studying something. Simply all having all these one-on-one talks and all that. How long will you be doing this? And so they partially agreed. Then he said, then I said, mentioned a book, Bhajagovind, very simple text, anybody can follow. And they were a bit afraid that, text and all that means the retention, memory, and all is not there. Now, the mindset is different. So they're even afraid to study a text, means that's not good. So then he said, what I'll do this, I'll make them chant Bhajagovind. Because I told them Bhajagovindam, everybody knows that. Especially in the south, it's very popular. So there are many singers here, let them sing. Let them chant periodically, every 2 weeks or whatever. Then they get used to it. Then I can come and explain. That's what I told them. I think that was agreeable to them. So do that. Kathayantaha. Jointly, it has to be done. We have to help each other. Okay. And so start teaching, talking about it. Spend some time talking about it. Take the book. So today I'm going to talk about the significance of Ganesh Chaturthi, significance of Bhagavad Gita Jayanti. Great. It's not difficult to do. The entire Bhagavad Gita is there, and why Bhagavad Gita is significant in our lives. 15 minutes. Okay. So that's Kathayantaha. Interesting. Bhagavan is giving us some tips there. And so, and then this Swami Paramarthananda, he says there is somebody who's completely lost. In the sense, the husband is a chemist, and he's been a lifelong chemist, and he's just everything is chemistry for him. Everything is chemistry for him. He'll convert everything into chemistry. And the lady is crying, and he says, "You know what? That is natural salt water that's coming out of your eyes." What? Sodium chloride, water. You are producing it. God has given you that strength. What? Yeah, salty water. Tears. This bottle, these days they're making that we are making. We means our company is making that same tears, artificial tears, because we're staring at the computer all day. And so eyes are getting dry. And so you have to put these drops. That's the drops. This is an imitation of that, your tears. She says, this guy is crazy. He doesn't understand what's going on. So that guy is lost in his own world. And he's saying, no, I'm not lost in my world. I'm like you people studying Vedanta. I'm also studying chemistry. Everything is all atoms and molecules. No, go beyond that a little bit. Ashaddamasparshamarupam. Okay. So much to study there. And so, Kathayantaha. You have to help this man also. Go beyond, basic understanding emotionally, people is everything. Life is more than just chemistry. What about the chemistry between people? Did you think about that? So sometimes we have to do that also. We have to do that also. And so, therefore, then Nityam. So here, Kathayantaha Mam Nityam. It's always not the Nityatvam of Atma here. Always keep that in mind. Do it all the time. Whenever you get a chance, keep doing it. When there is a gathering, go there and immerse yourself in that activity. So in our culture, there's no problem. Constantly something is happening. Navaratri is there, then again next this one, then Bhagavad Gita Jayanti is there. New Year, okay, change your New Year celebration. The way I used to celebrate some other way, now you change the celebration. What shall we do for New Year? Come up with a nice creative way. Bring all the kids, make them enact a drama, and then do something and give them something. So they also like to get, oh, this is a very interesting way of celebrating New Year. I didn't realize you could do that. Yeah, you don't have to talk about eating and drinking and all. Eating and drinking will be there. That's okay. That we always need it. But do something different. and celebrate a person's birthday on New Year's Day, convert it into a birthday, invite people for that, and then because birthday they can't say no, and then do something else. So that's nityam. Keep on doing that. Keep doing all that. And yet I'm a grasta. I have a lot of duties, responsibilities. Yes, that is the creativity. That's why a grasta has to be creative. Has to be creative. Just like the parent, the mother with the child is always creative. Constantly. Somebody said, I am a working mother. The other person said, which mother is not working? Which mother is not working? Please tell me. It is an oxymoron to say I'm a working mother. No, no, mothers are working, period. If this further she's going to work somewhere means it's double duty she's doing. Double duty. Who understands this? So this working mother and all is not correct. And mother itself means working. So therefore, tushyanti cha. Tushyanti. Tushyanti means they're happy. Ramanti cha. Both actually mean the same thing. Ramanti means they enjoy. Tushyanti is they're happy. Ramanti cha. They're happy because they are in Shreyo Margaha. Yesterday's prayers versus Shreyas. Shreyo Margaha. Then Ramanti, they're so happy that they are blessed to do all this. They recognize that something is working in their favor. Correct? Whether it is Shastram says it's your own karma that has got you here. Really? My karma? I did such good things to deserve all these good things? When did I do such good things? Did I? This Janma? Previous Janma? When? Yeah, could be some past Janma also, it's possible. My goodness. That means something is really working in my favor. And because nobody plans to, they don't wake up in the they don't start their life saying, I'm planning to do this. Study Vedanta and all, nobody plans. This Vedanta study is not there in anybody's plans. Despite all the plans we have, you end up in a class like this. Correct? And so that's the beauty. So they're always thankful. Ramanti cha, that's what Swami interprets this word Ramanti as. Rama Kridayam. Ram Dhatu. Ram Dhat. And Kridaya. These fellows are amazing. I need to, somebody can find out, let me know. That rum, they have this drink, alcohol drink called rum. And I'm just curious how they named it as rum. Because it's Rama Kridaya, means in the sense of playing, just free playing, So rum, you have rum, you can just, you don't need any Vedanta, God, Bhagavad Gita, Jayanti, all this is not needed. Just do this, that's all. Oh, what is you people are all studying and this, that. So, Tushyanti cha Ramanti cha. So let's translate this shloka. Yeah, we covered all the words there. Fixing the mind and senses on me, translating the prana to senses. Fixing the mind and senses on me, comma, mutually sharing the knowledge, in brackets, about me. Mutually sharing the knowledge. And speaking of, talking about, talking about is better, I think. And talking about me, within brackets, talking about, and then me, comma, they are always contented and delighted. They are always contented and delighted. Fixing the mind and senses on me, mutually sharing the knowledge, within brackets, about me, and talking about, that is in brackets talking about me, comma, they are always contented and delighted. Okay? So let's see what will happen to such people. We'll see that next in this next shloka. तेषां सततयुक्तानां
तेषां सततयुक्तानां
भजतां प्रीतिपूर्वकम्
भजतां प्रीतिपूर्वकम्
ददामि बुद्धियोगं तम्
ददामि बुद्धियोगं तम्
येन मामुपयान्ति ते.
येन मामुपयान्ति ते.
Yeah, Shloka is talking about what happens. What happens to such people who are machittaha, madgata pranaha, etc. Okay? Satata yuktaha. These people now are called by the word satata yuktaha. Very interesting word. Yuktaha. They are endowed with, they are connected to something. All those meanings you can give to the word yuktaha, coming from the same word yujidatu, yogaha. Okay. Satatam. See, the we are born as an individual. We lead a life as an individual, part of the whole, we lead a life. The wave in the ocean, many waves are there in the ocean. The wave is related to another wave. So many waves are there. The wave is born of the ocean. The content of the wave is no different than the content of the ocean. But the wave doesn't know that. The wave thinks I have to make it. I have to somehow make it. My life is short. I have to make it. And then this wave marries the other wave. They marry, they have wife wave, husband wave, then children waves are there, and they lead a life. New relationships are developed, and the wave tries to maintain those relationships, struggles to maintain those relationships, thinking they are permanent relationships. The wave has to be told what? Hey, these are all important relationships, no doubt. Wife, husband, children, parents, etc. All those relationships, but these are all relative relationships. There is something more permanent than that. That is your relationship with the ocean from which you came. That is the grand relationship. You're forgetting that. At the cost of that relationship, you're building this relationship. At the expense of that, if you do, then you are the loser, my dear wave. Correct? You're the loser. You develop whatever relationship you want, you can have. But fundamental relationship that never expires, that never goes, that never gets removed. Why? Because after this life, another life, that wave is going to be born again also. The same relationship is going to continue. So therefore, try to understand that relationship. Okay. So satatam, always appreciating that relationship. Like the musician comes into the stage, classical musician, I mean, okay, not this rock music and all. Classical music comes into the stage. They have to have this tanpura this behind them, and the lady is always sitting. Somebody, lady or male, doesn't matter. The tanpura, Shruti. She is the one who gives the Shruti. C sharp, whatever it is called. I don't know the technicalities, but that's going on in the back. Everybody tunes their instruments and voice also to that C sharp. Correct? For a male, I think C sharp they say. Okay. So lower pitch and all that. So that's important. That Shruti is so important. Constantly the Shruti is there. Like that Shruti is important for the musician, for the instrumentalist. Everybody needs that Shruti. And they adjust also. This tabla people and mridangam also, they're also adjusting their Shruti because they can hear something that you and I can't hear. Correct? He is hitting the thing on the means he is thinking that something is not just not right. So I need he takes a stone or something and he hits it like this. And then does it, and then he is happy with that. It continues. Violin also. There is a little there are screws at the end of the violin. Basically. These days I don't know what they do, but those days that's what used to be there. Tighten the things up a little. So that the mind is tuned to that Shruti. They can recognize that. Once you know the music, you can't survive without the Shruti. So these days they're playing that Shruti, they come the iPhone or their phone, they just play it. The Shruti just plays. You don't need to carry a little box and then power and this and that. You don't need all that stuff. Then all these knobs and all that. No, it's all gone. These days it's just the phone, smartphone. I think it should work. I think it should work, right? Unless you're trying to connect to the internet and the internet is just going around and around and all that. Then there is a problem. That's a different Shruti you will end up getting. I think you better have the recording of that on the phone so that it just plays without internet. Anyway, this is this Tanpura Shruti. What kind of that becomes the life of this Virat Bhaktaha, and so that there is no longer any apaswaraha. Apaswaram. Tanpu, if you don't connect to that Shruti, then apaswarama I do. And people can't tolerate apaswaram in our anywhere. Those who are tuned to the music, audience themselves know all this. What to talk? Musician better be better than all the audience. Otherwise, the audience will stand up and say, "What kind of stuff are you doing?" Okay, and uh, so therefore, that sambandha with the Tanpura Shruti, like it is for the musician, like that for the Virat Bhaktaha, Ishvara Sambandha, like for that wave, Ishvara Sambandha, Sambandha with that Sagaraha, ocean, okay, must be there, must be there. And that's what he's saying here, Satata Yuktaha, okay, Satata Yuktaha. Uh, So Sanskrit students may ask, what is this Satata? What is the root for Satata? Tan dhatu. Look up tan dhatu. Tan means, you know what it means? Tanoti means spreads. Vistare. Tan vistare. Amazing it is. Vistare means expansive. There is no boundary. That means this person is what? He and God are not separate. Period. Nothing can, that's wherever, it doesn't matter where he is, she is, what they are doing, everything. Satata yuktaha. Look at the meaning here. Look at Sanskrit. So never for a minute, a mother can never for a minute forget that she is a mother. Not chance. It's not going to possible. Not possible at all. Likewise, this person also, Virat Bhaktaha is also like that. And then, so this kind of bhakti, can it be forced? Can you force somebody to be a mother? Put a gun on the thing and say, no, you have to love this person from tomorrow onwards. No, love and all cannot be forced. So, Preeti Purvakam Bhajatam. Preeti Purvakam. How come they worship me like this? Are they afraid of something? No. They're now not afraid of anything. Preeti, just love. Just it is very obvious to them. So obvious that now it's just an outpouring of love. That vision creates love, and so that is called Preeti Purvakam. Impelled by Preeti, inspired by Preeti. Okay, that is the word he's using here, Bhagavan. And so that what does it do? How did it all this happen? Shravanam. Without Shravanam, all these things won't happen. Okay. Uh, because the vision is like that. Shravanam. So Shravanam is there, then appreciation, better understanding, and then after that, that Preeti is automatic. That vision is automatic. It will not go anymore. Okay? That is Preeti Purvakam Bhajatam. Bhajat means that vision, one who has that vision. Those people are called Bhajantaha. For them, Bhajatam, and who are therefore devoted. You can use the word devotion. This is the devotion that is needed. Two types of devotion. You are different from me and I am devoted to you. You are not different from me. And therefore also I am devoted to you. Why? Because I am amazed by that. How can I be non-different from you? How can you and I be the same? Is there such a vision possible? It's mind-boggling, it is. But I know that has to be right. Therefore, I am devoted to you because you gave me that vision. Without your grace, I could not have gotten it. Therefore, it's very clear. I surrender to you. So, Preeti Purvakam Bhajatam. So, what was my journey like? Previously, it was Ekarupa Bhakti. And now I have come to Virat Rupa Bhakti. And with this Virat Rupa Bhakti or Aneka Rupa Bhakti or Vishwa Rupa Bhakti, they're all identical, right? We're using the same different words to mean the same thing. What will I get out of it? Okay. I will get the vision of Arupa Bhakti. Bhagavan has no form, really speaking. That's where I need to go to. That Nirguna Brahma Jnanam has to come. And so he says, how will I Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam Dadami? I will give. Okay. Tam Buddhi. What will I give them? I can give them only what they need. And what they have everything else. These days, everybody has everything. Only thing they need is what? Buddhi Yogam. Buddhi Yogam means Jnana Yogam. Karma Yogi. This man is a Karma Yogi. This woman is a Karma Yogi. Just one notch, they have to go one more notch. From Virat Rupa Bhakti, they have to go to Arupa Bhakti. From the Vishwarupa Darshanam, they have to go to Arupa Darshanam. Arupa, because Jiveshwara Aikyam means Arupa. Otherwise, there is no Aikyam. Two forms are not identical, period. We don't need to have any doubt about this. Jiva and Ishvara are not identical. Jiva is a small little thing, and Ishvara is vast, too vast. You can't even imagine Ishvara. Where is the question of equality? Wave is not equal to ocean. We are joking. It's a joke. Greatest joke of our life. Wave is equal to ocean. No, wave is not equal to ocean. Wave is an upadhi. That upadhi is finite upadhi. It has a particular form, shape, and the shape is changing also, and the shape will disappear. And ocean is always there, unmoving, achalaha, sanatanaha. For ages it has been there, it will be there also, forever. And so, how can you equate these two? There's only one way equation is possible. The wave has to recognize that my essence is water. The whole ocean is water. I came out of this ocean. Yeah, this jiva has come out of the ocean. I have a particular form, but water has no form. I am essentially the formless water. Bhagavan, you are also essentially formless. Now what? What game are you ready to play? Krishna Avatara, 5,000 years ago, you came and played some games. Now what? I can ask. I can look at the next Avatara and ask the question. Correct? What are your plans now? I'm curious. I want to know because I've taught Dashavatara to children. Should I teach Ekadashavatara also? I should teach. Is that what you come here for? I can ask him that. So that is Jnana Yogaha. Dadami Jnana Yogam Tam. Okay. How will I give it? In a spoon I will give, or in a cup, or will he give Jnana Yoga? That's very straightforward. Jnana Yogam is what? Shastra Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasana. There is no other Jnana Yoga, no other magic. There is no other Jnana Yoga. 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 There is no other Jn No other magic. And so I will create the right environment for this person, Virat Rupa Bhaktaha, to do Shravanam, Mananam, and Nididhyasa. Over. That is the only way to do. That is all Jnana and Yoga is. And for the person who is beginner also, same thing. For the person who says, I've studied a lot of Shastram also, same. No different. Okay? And therefore, Yena, what happens if I do that? Then, Yena Mam Upayanti. They, they means they, those people who are all Machittaha, Madgata Pranaha, and then who are Satata Yuktaha, those people, Yena Mam Upayanti, by which they gain me. Gain me by seeing the equality, by seeing this Aikyam clearly, after which there is no place to go to, no longer any going and coming, and accomplished. Krita Krityaha, that person becomes Krita Kritya. Means the goal, the purpose for which this life has been taken has been accomplished. While living, it has been accomplished, not after death. While living only, this can be accomplished. Knowledge has to be gained by a living person only. A non-living person cannot gain knowledge. Okay. Therefore, and he gains that vision not of Ekarupa Ishvaraha, not Virat Rupa Ishvaraha, but Arupa Ishvaraha. So that is the meaning of this shloka. Let's translate that. To them who are ever steadfast, to them who are ever steadfast, and who worship me with devotion, and who worship me with devotion. I give that yoga of wisdom, I give that yoga of wisdom by which they reach me. I give that yoga of wisdom by which they reach me. To them who are ever steadfast and who worship me with devotion, comma, I give that yoga of wisdom by which they reach me. So now we can understand these were reading books, etc. Why sometimes it won't work? Because you will see the word reach me. How will you understand reach me? There's only one way to understand reach me. I am going to heaven and I will reach God. This is how the common mind will understand. That's why reading books and all that has its limitation. After you have a background, then you can read a book and then you can really get maximum out of it. But before that, if you start by reading books, then confusion will be there, can be there. Okay. Next, mantra number 11. तेषामेवानुकम्पार्थम्
तेषाम् एवानुकम्पार्थम्
अहमज्ञानजन्तमः
अहमज्ञानजं तमः
नाशयाम्यात्मभावस्थः
नाशयाम्यात्मभावस्थः
ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वता.
ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वता.
Yeah. So he's making it clearer now. Okay, that Buddhi Yoga, he's talking about that. I don't know how people can miss all these things. Jnana Deepena Bhasvata means by that Jnana Deepa, how will I bless them? How will Yena Mam Upayanti Te? He said that earlier. So they reach me by that. Buddhi yogam, buddhi yogena. That buddhi yogena is here said jnana deepena. I want to be clear, my dear friends. That buddhi yoga is jnana deepa. Can be clearer than this. And I will light the lamp of knowledge. That is what he's saying. Can't be more explicit than this. Okay. And because that aham brahmasmi iti jnana is knowledge. It's an equation. Aham brahma asmi. It is not just a rhetorical statement. It is not just a poetical statement or poetic statement. Grand, sometimes there are feel good statements, feel good statement. And you are charging like a lion. Means you're really, when you do something, you have that drive. I can see it. I'm happy that you have that perseverance. So it's sometimes a rhetorical statement. A comparison is made. This aham brahmasi is not a comparison. It's not a rhetorical statement. It is not a statement of praise, not even stuti. It is pure equation like 2 plus 3 is equal to 11 minus 6. Okay. This example also we have to give carefully. Okay. All numbers must be different. Yesterday I was telling the other day. 2, 3, 11 and 6 are all different numbers. Plus is different from minus. Everything is different about this. And there is an equal to sign sitting in between. Everything is different. Anybody, the average eye will say it's all different. And he, but the eye who knows algebra says perfect equality. Perfect. Approximately equal? Not even approximately equal. Exactly equal. That's it. It is unshakably equal. That is unshakably equality. That equality is what we are going to talk here about. Aham Brahmasmi. That is the vision. That is why Jnana Deepena is possible. Approximately equal is not acceptable as Jnana Deepa. Not acceptable. There are places where things are approximately okay. Approximately this much, that much. We say and we do stuff. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. But this is not approximate equality. Wave is water, ocean is water. And these two waters are identical. Identical means not approximately equal. Correct? They are identical. There is no approximation at all. And so that that light, jnana deepaha, he calls it here. And what does any teacher do for that matter? Not just this Brahma Vidya, any Vidya, Apara Vidya also, any science, anything you take, mathematics, physics, and Jnana Deepa. She also gives Jnana Deepa only. So not getting up in the morning and then put some flame on the head and all. No, no such thing. Don't get carried away by all that. No teacher does all that. Teacher will do this. If you don't understand, our teacher used to do this on the head. No lamp and all that. You won't get this. This they do used to do. So I used to see, somebody does this, immediately our mind goes back to the school days. Some people used to have ways to get our attention. And so, but then they have good intentions they used to have. They wanted us to understand. The greatest joy for a teacher is to see brightness in the eyes of the child. Ah, did you all get it? Did you all get it? And then somebody didn't get it. Okay, why did you not get it? What did you not get? Tell me. That's the joy. Teacher should not scold the child. Why did you not? You are a foolish idiot. You don't study. Do your homework. No, 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 no chance. You should never bring that. Teaching is not easy at all. These teachers in school, we have to just salute all of them. Really, more and more I think about it. We have to do namaskar to all the teachers who are standing in front of these children who are making so much noise, and every child is running in a different direction, and you're supposed to communicate ABCDs to them. How? Magic happens. My goodness, magic. Magical it is. And so what kind of Jnana Deepa? Sparsha Diksha? Sparsha Diksha means, you know what it is? It's a technical word. Some of you may not know what it is. It means you go to an ashram, Swamiji is there, and then Swamiji suddenly put his hand on your shoulder or touched you like this, or touched you like this, whichever way. Sparsha, no? Touch. Touch. You see, that's it. And become enlightened. Why? Because I got Sparsha Diksha. Our Swami will not encourage all these things. He will say, what Sparsha Diksha? Yeah, it's a blessing to come here, no doubt. You should come here more often. This is a place where you get blessed, correct? No doubt about that. But don't go around telling people I got Sparsha Diksha, Diksha, Diksha. No. They will ask you, what happened? What did you learn when you go to the ashram? Did you attend any class? No, I got Sparsha Diksha. This is not, this is Asparsha Diksha. This fellow has gone in a wrong direction. So no Sparsha Diksha will work. No Darshana Diksha will work. I got the, when sannyasi comes to our house, we say, your feet has touched my house. Therefore, I am blessed. We say this. We should say that because that is the truth. Because that transforms our whole mindset, and the whole house is going to get transformed. No doubt about that. And but in this context, we can't invoke all that. Literally, we can't take all that. Jnana Deepa. And then Mauna Vyakya Prakatita Parabrahma Tattvam Yuvanam. There is a famous shloka also for Dakshinamurti. Dakshinamurti is there sitting, and all these old rishis, aged rishis were there in front of him. And Mauna Vyakya, without opening the mouth, just by looking, he communicated. These ideas are all very attractive. It's very compelling. My God, Shiva taught all students without even talking. And then they justify it, saying, Atma cannot be talked about. No words can define Atma. Therefore, a person who is talking about Atma doesn't really know about Atma. They use all these justifications and finish off the whole Shastram gone, put in the trash. Sanskrit, no, it's all useless. Mauna Vyakya. Hey, Mauna Vyakya means what? Atma is Jena Vag Abhyudyate. Okay. Yad Vacha na Abhyuditam. That which words do not have access to, but that because of which words emanate, because of which the entire world operates. That is this Brahma. That has to be taught. And that is beautifully expressed by this Maunavyakya, silence, true silence, not to be taken literally. It refers to that Atma, which no words, there are no words to show this is Atma. Nobody can say that. That is the meaning of Maunavyakya. Brilliant it is. Whoever thought of it is brilliant. Maunavyakya. But we use it the other way around and say, oh, therefore you should not study. Don't open your mouth. Meditate, just be silent. Meditation and silence has a value, but don't bring it in jnana. Okay. So jnana deepena. So Swami Paramarthanandaji says, consistent study. That's all it is. These Advaita Vedantins are the only people I think asking people to study. You listen to all the other lectures going on everywhere. They don't talk about studying at all. They're telling a lot of good stories, very important. All that is nice to hear. But they never talk about study. I have to study, really? Yeah, you have to study. Studying is so good. You know why? Because it keeps us humble. Because the more you study, the more you will come to know that the more I don't know. More I don't know. The vastness of my ignorance becomes evident to me if I study more. That is what happens. So we become very humble. Good, humble. Humility is good because we will be on the ground floor, same ground level we will be, and we won't jump up and down. So it will make us into good human beings. That much it will do. So good to be a student all life long. and people will respect you for your knowledge. Whatever we know, little we know, they will respect us. So we can help some people at least. So therefore, this is to be a student. So there is no shortcut. Uh, no shortcut. And then no long cut also. Don't think that means it's a long. Indians are very good with these words. Shortcut. Opposite of shortcut is what? Long cut. Like opposite of postpone, prepone. I don't know if there's a word called prepone in the English dictionary. I don't think it's a word. But we don't know because these annoying Indians who think they know all English and come up with all these new words, maybe it has come into the dictionary. I don't know. But prepone. So shortcut, long cut. That's long cut. And we're all happy communicating. We don't have any Indians don't have any problems talking in English. Only other people have problems, I think. So no long cut, no shortcut. There's only cut, cut, cutter. Did you get that joke? There's only cutter. Last 2 days we've been talking about cutter, right? So that's what I was referring to. The only cutter. And so only study of cutter will help us. Okay. And so, and then Atma Bhavastaha means Atma Bhavastaha. Stha means I am situated by being in the minds of all of these Satata Yuktaha, by being in their minds. Atma Bhavastaha means what? That vision is going to be that I am in you, you are in me. Means what? That vision I'm going to give them. Atma Bhavastaha, remaining in the minds of the students. Jnana Deepena, by giving them the right environment. If they don't have the right environment, I'll give it to them. Because we need an environment for this study. Having people around us constantly nagging us, saying you are this, you are that, the mind is not free. Constantly just something or the other is there. So that I'll try to make the coast clear for these people. Jnanadipena, so that they can pursue this Bhaswata. Bhas, very beautiful root Bha. Bhaskaraha. That Bhaskar comes from this root Bha. Bhaha karoti iti Bhaskaraha. One who illuminates is called Bhaskara. That's why sun is called Bhaskara. Very beautiful word. Bhaha means shining. And so Bhaswata, brilliant by Bhaswata Jnana Deepena. By that Jnana Deepa, that is not ordinary. That is just shining. Nothing else. The head will be just clear and it's just equivalent to just shining completely. Bhaswata, na tatra suryo bhati na chandra tarakam. So like that, bhati shines. Okay. So, nashayami, I will destroy. That what will this jnana deepa do? It will destroy. What will it destroy? Tamaha. It will destroy tamaha. Jnanam can only destroy one thing. Jnanam cannot destroy everything. It can only destroy one thing. What is that? This ajnanajam tamaha. This confusion, delusion in a world. I live in my own world. That own worldness, it will destroy. That confusion, it will destroy. And how is that? How did I get confused? Well, ajnanajam, born of ajnanam, born of ignorance. All of us are born ignorant, so none of us is specially chosen to be ignorant. No, we are all ignorant to begin with, and I can choose to be ignorant forever, or I can choose to say, you know what, this is too fascinating. I'm going to pursue this vidya called paravidya. That's the message here. And so let's translate this shloka. Out of compassion for them, out of compassion for them. Yeah, I forgot to say that. Anukampartham, anukampa is compassion. Love, I, you know, see, you find all these people who become wealthy and then they become wealthy, wealthier, wealthier. Then suddenly they become philanthropists. Then they realize, my God, what will I do with all this money? The least I can do is help society. Yeah, correct. Good thought. So It's good. They should become philanthropists like that. And so, anukampa, after that, it's all anukampa. My God, I've been taking so much money from society. I'm not, did I ever give anything to society? No. I'm going to just give everything to society. Great. Anukampa. Because suddenly anukampa comes. Okay. Anukampartham. So, out of compassion for them, okay, remaining in their intellect, remaining in their intellect, Atma Bhavastaha. Out of compassion for them, comma, remaining in their intellect, I destroy the darkness. Tamaha, literal meaning is darkness. Within brackets, delusion or confusion. I destroy the darkness, comma, within brackets, delusion. Born of ignorance. I destroy the darkness, delusion born of ignorance by the brilliant light of knowledge. By the brilliant light of knowledge. So, nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitramiha vidyate. Long ago we saw that. Fourth chapter. There is nothing more sacred than knowledge. That is what he said there. Same thing here. Jnana deepena bhasvata. Born of ignorance by the brilliant light of knowledge. Full stop. Out of compassion for them, comma, remaining in their intellect, comma, I destroy the darkness, within brackets, delusion, born of ignorance by the brilliant light of knowledge. Full stop. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.